It's a very industrious morning around here. We're starting to rearrange things so that we can start on the floor. The plan is to get everything from the front half of the cabin, clear it out, do the floor like a section at a time, and we're doing good. We took all our tubs and our coolers and stuff outside to make room in this corner to stick things while we get to work on the front. Jack and I will try to get the beast of a stove out together. Hopefully we can do that. I think we can with the two of us. Did all the dishes, moving everything out. Jack has been very industrious. He has done his laundry and is now hanging it up. Just created a nice laundry line. There's all our tubs and stuff. And we'll see what we can get done today. It'll be really nice to get this done. I feel like I haven't actually made much progress on the cabin, except for what Billy and Todd did and the little bit of oiling I did. So, we will get the floors started, hopefully done today. Who knows, could happen. And then the next thing will be to insulate the walls. So yeah, here we go. Nothing to it but to do it. All right, we're ready to bring in some flooring and start this endeavor for real. Woohoo! And we're gonna just put our heads down and do it and pretend we're not terrified. This has been like building up to doing the caulking for me last year. Had the caulking for a long time before I had the nerve to do it. Okay, this is exciting. Busting it out. Figure out which... We'll start, up by the door.
Pisos de blancas de vinilo impermeables.
And this is the kit. The spacers are redundant here. I mean, are just useless here because the spaces around the edge of the subfloor are all different, and we're just going to get the flooring as close to the logs as we can and stick insulation underneath them where the gaps are, but the spacers are going to be useless. This is no ordinary frame house we're doing. We got the mallet, we got the pull bar, which is good. I thought I was going to have to buy that separate. And this little thing, this is what you put on the edge of the board to bop, bop, bop it so you don't bop, bop, bop the board. All right.
Measure the width of the room, allowing for 2 expansion gaps. Calculate the width of your last row. If it's less than the width of the floor covering, or if a balanced design is required, then reduce the width of the first row.
Yeah, see, that's why another reason why I want to start at the door, because at the very end we may end up having to do a partial board.
Right.
But I'd rather just deal with that when we get there.
Thought of it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and a lot of that, those nice instructions just aren't going to apply here because this is a cabin. The edges are not even, but we did get enough flooring so that we've got extra inches, so we can go as close to the boards, to the logs at the edge as we can.
Now, so are we going to have to cut any of these?
Yes.
Now, what are we going to use to cut them?
You use a box cutter.
Use a box cutter?
Yeah, and you can just snap it. You can score it and snap it.
Cool.
And that's what we have the T-squares for, is to make sure that we have, straight.
Yeah.
So we'll start our first row, and then odds are we're going to have a partial at the end. And then what you do to make sure that it's important that the seams, are staggered, are not lined up. The end seams. So we'll end up with a partial board probably at this end. And then on the next row, we start with the whole board, and do the partial on that side, so that the seams are staggered, because otherwise, if the seams are all in a line, that would be terrible.
So, yeah.
Let's do it.
First piece.
Stick it in the corner. Let's see what happens.
All right.
A little bit of sawdust never hurt anybody.
Yeah, and see, we're gonna we got to stick some insulation in there and cover those gaps. We're going to get it as close to the, and hopefully they'll be kind of, well, actually for this front one, let's do follow the subfloor. That'll help us keep the whole thing straight, you know what I'm saying?
We can get molding for that.
And and this gap is not too big here in front. That side has the huge gap. That side over there.
Oh yeah, that's like 5 inches.
Yeah, so there we're going to have a lot of overhang of the boards.
Yeah, and the insulation.
And that's where we're going to really need to stick a lot of insulation.
Yeah.
But for getting this first row started, let's stay with the subfloor line. I think would be the best thing.
I guess the first piece is always the easiest.
Yeah, that was easy. Phew, let's take a break. I want some lunch.
Beautiful. Let's take a row.
So we're gonna need something on that end so it doesn't, so we can tap this one. We'll see.
Well, let's get some together and then
See how it works.
see how it works.
Is it? Does it
It has to.
go? Does it insert or is it just overlap?
I think it overlaps.
And that's it.
Then you bop it.
Okay. Well, I gotta get these straight here. Maybe we can get something to.
Oh yeah, that's what this is for.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Either side. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. Want to read the directions a little?
I want to read the directions a little. Yeah, maybe we should read the directions a little bit.
I think like this.
We'll be right back.
I think it's like this.
Oh yeah, probably. All right, this is going to be so great. And we will just get going here and check in with you guys as we go. Give you little progress reports, little snapshots. So over here on this side, we have a really big gap between the subfloor and the logs, as you can see. So what we're doing is I put some backer rod, some big fat leftover backer rod to kind of fill up the gap. And then I'm laying insulation, shredded insulation on top. And then we'll take the flooring all the way to the logs at this end. So that's the modus operandi here, and I think it's going to work good. All right, we got our first line. Our first row is in place. Woohoo! We're feeling pretty damn proud.
Let's hope.
So we are running into the reality that the floor bows this way here. So we're experimenting with using this kind of styrofoam cloth as an underlayment there to kind of even out where that floor bows so much, because it's really just in this area. So hopefully that'll be helpful and not hurtful. We can always slide it back out. But it's hard to get these to snap together right when there's so much of a bow in the floor. So yeah, doing what we can with what we've got. I think it'll be okay. It's going to be a little funky because, you know, everything is a little funky and uneven, and it is what it is. It is what it is, and we do what we can with what we've got, and we'll do the best that we can with what we've got. It's going to be nice, though. Maybe a little funky, but we got to make sure that these boards at least snap together right. Okay, we're humming right along here. We've got an uneven floor and cheap flooring, so it is not going to be perfect. But as long as we lay it down so it can be walked on and not fall apart, we'll be happy. Pookie has no idea what the heck is going on here today. But she just came out to slink around. What you think, girl? We're putting in new flooring. Isn't that nice? Yeah, but your litter pan is over in the other corner, if that's what you're looking for. All right, in the meantime, in the saga of what works and what doesn't work, we found out yesterday that our charger for the Bluetti, the big Bluetti, has gone kaput. And we're down to just 2 blips. So Jack is out there. We have a beautiful day, so we might be able to get a blip worth of charging. So he's out there clearly trying to remember how to set these up.
Oh, is that obvious?
I wouldn't have remembered.
Video.
I know. We did the how-to video, and he's the one that figured it out, so I'm confident that he'll figure it out again. So yeah, hopefully we'll get a little bit of charge out of the sun today. Because, yeah, not having our big Blue Eddy chargeable is a real pain. But I did order another charger, and it should be here in about 10 days. Okay, fortunately we still have the little Blue Eddy that we can just carry around and charge quickly and easily. John almost always has his generator going on during the day, so I just carry the little one down there and plug it into his. Charges in a couple hours. But, like I said, we've got a beautiful day, lots of sunshine. Might as well see if we can get some solar charge happening. Yeah. Pookie has decided to come out and watch the show. Are we doing okay, Sugaloo? You're filling in for Chewy in the supervisory role today. Thank you. Jack is actually doing some really technical measuring and trying to come as close to the log over there and cutting the things at an angle if necessary. And I think he's having fun. I think he's enjoying this process. And I'm finding random things to shove under where it's bowed just to kind of even it out a little bit, so when we step on these panels they won't come unsnapped from each other because of the wobble, you know. It's supposed to be a totally flat surface and you're supposed to use putty or something to, but there's just, you know, there's really no way to get this completely level in all the spots. And even if we did, every year this thing's going to be shifting. I mean, this bow happened in the floor since Billy put the subfloor in. Because that's the way it is up here. It's the permafrost. It's the same reason why the Alcan is such a nightmare to drive on. Permafrost changes everything. Throws all the foundations of everything all over the place. So yeah, we do the best we can. And it's gonna be lovely. Jack is doing some fine sculpting to custom create a special piece for a little gap. And I just moved the solar panels out to the dock because now that spot's gonna be really in full sun now for the rest of the day. And we're getting some serious wattage now. So that would be nice if we could get a couple of blips, even one blip with this big Blue Eddy. Even if you get one extra blip, that's, you know, that's at least a day's worth of charging your phones and stuff. Yeah, we got 186 watts going into it now, 87. Yeah, it's cranking now. That'll be interesting. Ooh, I just saw a little shrew run by. Pookie! Panels are really lit up now. So yeah, that'll be interesting. I've been anxious to try that, charging the Blue Eddy by putting the panels on the dock. Yeehaw, what a beautiful, beautiful day. You can see we have all our stuff piled up out here. Yep. Got a few more rows to go till we have enough done that we can put the table back in its corner and proceed with the next section. It's gonna look pretty nice though, I must say. Yeehaw. All right, back in action.
I need more.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, and then hopefully the next board will snap that into place, you know. That's going to be like under the counters and stuff, so hopefully the fact that that's a little funky patch won't be a problem. There's going to be some little funky patches. We're sticking stuff under the bowed spot. I graduated from the styrofoam cloth stuff, wrapping, packing stuff, to just sticking cardboard under there, the cardboard that the panels came in. And, you know, it's making it better. Okay, Here we go. So we are at the juncture where we have moved the table back over. Look at that. Furniture sitting on this new floor. Our backs are killing us, our knees are killing us, but everything's always harder than you think it's going to be. But it's coming together. And we've had a few very lazy days, so this is our hard-working day. It's coming pretty good, I think. Pretty happy. Woo-hoo-hoo. What we don't have is knee pads, which they even say, you will need knee pads. And I even brought my knee pads from Oregon, but I think they're in the bus. Okay. Moving right along. Okay, we are going to call it here for the day. We got just about half done. A little less than half, maybe. No, just about half. We did up to almost the edge of the carpet there. So we're going to put this half of the house back together and be done for the day. But yeah, coming along. Hey, hey, hey. Good job, medium rare. I mean, well done, medium rare.
We're tired.
We are tired. We are ready to put our kitchen back together and collapse for the evening. Make some dinner. I don't even know what time it is. I have no idea.
I guess it's 6:30.
Okay, let's see.
Uh-huh.
Okay, my guess is 5:30. Let's see who's closer.
Oh, you're almost on the dot. 5:37. Oh my gosh.
I was looking at the sun. Right. I have learned to tell time by where the sun is on the tree line over there.
True sourdough.
Okay. Woo. Let's clean up our construction site and go home. Well, this is kind of a surreal moment because I'm standing here on the front step of the cabin and I look up north and I think, wow, that cloud formation looks just like a mountain. And then I realize it is the mountain. And I really never realized that I could see the mountain from here, from my front step, all these years. I mean, there's usually clouds over there, so it's not unusual that it would be blocked off, but I never in all these years realized that I could stand here on a clear day and see Denali. Wow. Mind blown. Just blown. Right there. Holy moly. I mean, I can't even imagine how it's possible that I didn't ever see that before. Huh. Wow. Sadly, but not untypically, we're spending the first part of today fixing what we screwed up yesterday. We discovered that in the middle of the flooring that we laid down, there was one board that just was not snapped all the way, and it was going to be a big problem. But fortunately, these things do unsnap, and you can take them apart, so we just had to do some disassembly to fix that board that wasn't snapped, because it was right in the middle. That was definitely going to be a problem. So, that's where we're at. This shouldn't take too long to put back together. I was afraid that once you put these things together, you couldn't take them apart. But by the grace of vinyl planking, we will be able to resurrect and fix our mistake. The other mistake we made in an effort to fill the bow, the dip in the floor there, was we stuck some cardboard under there, and that we realized that that's just not going to work either. That's going to make it more unstable. And eventually this vinyl flooring is so flexible, I think it will just settle onto the dip and probably be okay. Better than having stuff crammed under there. So, fixing mistakes from yesterday and carrying onward.
Are you telling them what happened?
I'm telling them. I'm pretty honest about our mistakes.
Jeez.
Not the really bad ones. The really bad ones I don't share. But, you know, little ones like this is learning curve stuff. And here we go. We're going to fix this and carry on. And the other thing we realized that we didn't notice yesterday while we were working on this is that the whole floor shifted, and it had wandered about an inch this way, and we almost got that bopped back in with the whole floor together. But now that we have it halfway torn apart, we're gonna fix this the rest of the way. This is really the only straight edge that we have to guide us on this, because everything else is wonky. So we'll fix that too. Trying to do it right as we can, so the floor won't just fall apart in a year. That would be nice. Sadly, we decided that our best option was to just take it all apart. Fortunately, we can take it all apart. And we're redoing what we did yesterday, but with greater attention to the snapping to make sure they're all really tight. And I think that's the secret. Plus anything we put under there to try to compensate for that dip in the floor, we pulled out. We're just going to have faith that the vinyl is going to settle into the shape of the subfloor, because there's really no way to get it even, and just putting stuff under there was just making it worse, because these things are thin and they're fragile and they bend and move with everything under them. So all right, redo. Yesterday was a practice run, but at least we got all our partials cut yesterday, so this should go pretty fast getting it all back together.
Where's the little bumper thing? Not that heel bumper.
It's right behind you by the door. Okay, we are officially back to the point where we stopped yesterday, only everything is so much tighter and so much better. We really learned a lot yesterday, and it was evident this morning that we didn't do a great job. So it was so worth taking it apart and doing it over. Feels much better, feels much tighter. It's not wonky angled anymore, nothing underneath it. It's going to have to adjust to the bow in the floor, and I think it is. It seems fine. I'm not seeing any gaps, any bouncy spots or anything. Feels good.
Very solid.
Yeah, it feels like a floor should feel. All right, so now we are moving on with the second half. Yay, I'm so glad we did that and started over and took the time to make sure we were doing it right. Sometimes you just gotta backtrack and fix. And we did a good job of that. So feeling good. And it's another nice day. Okay, we've proceeded on to the second half of the floor now. But before we lay the floor, we need to, there's these big gaps along the edge, on the edge of the subfloor. So putting a nice little layer of insulation in there. And then, you know, we're putting the subfloor over that insulation. Some of this gappage is so tremendous, it's going to have to be also dealt with from outside. But this would be like falling through. And the smaller spots, I was able to put some backer rod as kind of a brace for the insulation, but there's just too much gappage here. Just gonna do what I can from the inside, and then we'll deal with it from the outside.
I don't think the floor shifted as we went along this time, but
No.
it certainly looks like it's...
Well,
not
I don't
straight.
think this cabin is square.
Yeah,
you
this
know?
is kind of just showing how uneven it is.
Yeah, because look at, you know, the back line of the subfloor is, it's not, there's, you know, a 4-inch gap here, and then it gets flush down there, so. Cattywampus. Everything's cattywampus. we are coming to the momentous occasion where we're getting in the last boards. The last row. We're trying to cleverly just get them wedged in there without having to custom cut boards. And this end was the hard part because it was a little tight. So we did all kinds of stuff. Jack's been finagling. We're doing creative vinyl flooring laying now at this point, just to get this last few inches done. We had to amputate a lip. Which sounds bad, but
Upper or lower, I guess it doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. So yeah, we're having to, like I said, get creative. But it's working out pretty good. I mean, there's going to be a little gap, but we knew that because nothing is completely square in here. And we'll be adding, you know, some kind of baseboards all around. Anyways, that's going to cover those gaps. So that's it. We have one more little tiny corner to do. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Okay. Are we going to have to...
Yeah, we'll have to trim.
We're going to have to trim. Probably both ways, huh? Think a wide board is going to fit there? I mean, a full width board?
Yeah.
Okay. So we just need to cut a partial. This will be our last partial. Woot, woot, woot.
I'm impressed that it stayed fairly straight. I mean, even
Yeah, not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
and the way it all came out is pretty good. On this side, we're able to get most of the boards actually under the log. So that this side came out really neat looking already. We haven't even, you know, done a baseboard or a trim or anything. And the other side is funkier, but we'll just put a baseboard or molding or something over there, which is going to have to happen anyway. Yeah, okay. Here we go. The very last piece is going in. Oh my God.
Want to do it?
No, I really don't. I don't have the
Yes.
strength anymore.
1, 2, hey!
Woohoo! All right. Look at that. We installed the floor.
Fuck yeah!
Here, look at us. We're so proud. We're so happy. That was hard. It's a lot harder than I thought it would be. And like I said earlier, I'm so glad I didn't try to do this by myself. I'm glad I waited till you got back, because that would have sucked, and I probably would have done a horrible job or given up. Okay, now
Now we gotta clean up.
we got to put our place back together.
Sorry.
So there's somebody else that can come do that for us. Oh, it's great. All right. Yay, yay, yay. And we did it well, I think. We did it right.
Even creative here and there.
Yeah, we had to... You always got to do some creative patchwork stuff here and there. But not too bad. Nothing that compromises the integrity of the job. All right. Put this place back together. Have some dinner. Collapse. Woohoo!